What's going on, people? It's Friday now, 26th of August, and this is not for no reason. I need them so I can see shit, okay? You know, one of the things I thought as I processed that comment yesterday was, man, I'm so glad I live alone. Don't have to deal with people's... I mean, it was annoying for someone to say, me taking my glasses on and off apparently for no reason. Yeah, how would you... See, I'm smiling, but let me say it real. How the fuck would you know? See, I'm talking to you like a friend, you know what I mean? Okay? And there's a couple of questions, and I'll go ahead and do it like this. And someone asked me about Christmas records. You know, I got some Christmas records, but, you know, I'm not into Christmas, so I think everyone has Christmas records. That's my answer. Yes, I like Boards of Canada. I've been on here for 10 years, so yes, I've shown Boards of Canada. Do I have something to say about them this morning? No, but I'm answering your question. Okay? All right. Yes, I've talked about Sparks, too. I like the documentary. I have a couple of their records. When Wonder Girl, I still have it. Half Nelson. I knew about it. Well, it caught my attention, the cover of Half Nelson. The fact that it was produced by Todd Rundgren, because I was already a fan of Todd back then. So yes, people. Okay. Cheers. I'm just waking up, and so really, I think the primary reason I started the camera was to answer those questions. News-wise, though, I got to hear the master of the upcoming RAF album, and I'm real happy. Opening track. I'll just play a little bit of it. Yes, I'll change my t-shirt today too. I just woke up. Shit, that's waking me up. Okay, so there's a taste of the upcoming RAF album. Just got it mastered finally yesterday. Artwork should be submitted to Paul, our lead guitar player, our guitarist, who's taking care of the manufacturing order. Very pleased. Doug Van Sloan, we went ahead and had him do the mastering. Paul did a bang-up job on the engineering overall. So I'm just really happy with this. Probably won't get the actual product until next year because of the slow turnaround with vinyl. But we got that much done. Really happy about that. Yesterday I received a wonderful package from my friend Tony Bezos, who, it's funny, but when he was a teen, he used to get into fights, literally, about, I'm the biggest digital sex fan in Omaha. He was a huge, we had quite a following back in the day, and it was like that. People were territorial because we're a cult. We were like, I mean it in a positive way. It's like if you knew how good we were. Anyway, Tony is also a collector of all kinds of stuff, but all kinds of stuff. He's a huge Kiss fan. And I don't care for Kiss's music. But Tony has a Kiss collection that would probably rival Kiss's collections of their stuff. Anyway, he is also a rabid bootlegger. This is bugging me. I gotta move it, okay? Keeps catching my eye, my little idiosyncrasies, like me and my glasses. I take them on and off so I can see, okay? And I've been doing this for so long that sure I could poke my eye out. This is what I do. I'm doing it for years, okay? Anyway, Tony is notorious for recording shows and collecting set lists from artists that he knows and getting selfies. So he was at the Mark Burgess of the Chameleon solo show, and he recorded the whole thing and sent me. I'm one of only 2 or 3 people that have a copy of this. This is a DVD. I haven't watched it yet because it's Blu-ray. I didn't have a Blu-ray player. I went and bought one last night, but I don't have an HDMI cable, so I have to go get one today so I can see this. But really nice quality. I mean, Tony just did a bang-up job, and there's the picture of me playing with them. And he also gave me an audio CD of it. Very cool. So this is something that I can say nobody else in the BC has, because they don't, because I have the only copy besides the person that recorded it. And that was a wonderful experience, again, playing with Mark Burgess of the Chameleons. He's a great player. So right quick, some records. Last night, the last thing I played before I went to bed was Brainiac, and it's like, you would think that's not something to listen to before you go to bed, but I did. I'm sorry that the lead guy is dead already. This is scrappy and a little on the manic, crazy side, sound-wise, and the screamy, I'm almost losing it, way that he presents the songs. I really like this. Here's another one where, like Jamie Branch, Brainiac used to come to Omaha, and I never went to the shows, and boy did I miss out. I sure did. Completely opposite direction. Electronic. Roland, Bocquet, Paradia. He was in some band. I'd have to look it up. I know it, but I can't say it right now. It's not Helden. Maybe it was. One of those bands. The cover catches this. It's a light, sunshiny, sort of happy feel to this music. And the picture of him on the back is perfect. It's full of light. It's a really nice, wonderful album. When I found this, I think it was a year or so ago, I showed it. Played this all the way through last night, probably for the second time after finding it. Scott Bradford, Rock Slides, an obscure recording from 1969, an early venture into jazz and rock. And this one in particular is where he is experimenting with having the song go from a rocking beat to a swing and back and forth, and to pretty good effect. This is actually pretty good overall. He's got some good players on here. Philip Catherine on guitar, Gunter Lenz on bass, Stu Martin on drums. When I came across this, I didn't know anything about it. When I saw the fact that it was on the ABC Probe label, which was again one of those labels that was started to try to cash in on psychedelia and the underground, they put out the Soft Machine albums in America. I always pay attention when I see records on the Probe label. So that was good. Here's one that I bought because of the connection. Christian Boule, non-fiction guitar player who played on the Clearlight Symphony albums, toured with Steve Hillage. There's a slight similarity in his playing to Steve Hillage. This is his second solo album that I have. Photo Music is the first one. That one is pretty good. When I got this one a while back, my initial play was disappointing because what you hear is an attempt to make something that is commercially viable while still trying to stick to its original musical framework, which is kind of space rock. And so the first couple of tracks are kind of well, actually they're better than my first impression, and the musicianship is good. The vocals are, to me, a pain in the ass. By the time we get to side 2, though, the things are picking up, and we get some instrumentals. So this is a keeper. Posted this online last night and got a lot of chatter. People didn't know anything about this album. Frankly, I love being the guy that often is the one to tell people about stuff. Oh, you didn't know about that? I love that. I do. I've been part of my legacy since I was a kid, because I'm just always, investigating music. So Mars Bonfire. He was in the band The Sparrow with John Kay that eventually became Steppenwolf. He left before they became Steppenwolf. But he wrote Born to Be Wild. It's on here, the original version. He wrote Ride With Me, which was another big hit for Steppenwolf. That's on here. This is a good album. It's not quite psychedelic, but it's from that era. So it has that tinge of psychedelia in the mix of the music. I think someone sent this to me. I don't remember who. This is fantastic. The band is Botany, Deepak Verbera. The story on the back is about possibly a fictional, or I guess the person is real, Harris E. Campos. And it's a story about him and his music, and apparently there's none of it, but this is an attempt to create what they think his music would have sounded like. Well, I would like to have heard that based on this, because this is beautiful. It's just it's sort of beautiful. That's beautiful vinyl. This is very dreamy, gauzy, hazy, melodic, very, very floaty, ambient but spacey in a stoned kind of way. This is really good. Whoever sent this to me, if you're watching, thank you. Botany. Excellent. Was watching some old videos, watched an old video of Captain Beyond live. Caused me to pull this because I have all their albums. This is their last album, Dawn Explosion. And it's interesting because this is when they finally got put on the main label, Warner Brothers. They were on Capricorn, which was a subsidiary for the 2 really good albums. Then they make this turkey of an album. This is terrible, except for the track Fantasy, the instrumental. The attempts to be commercial on here, I think, are trash for my taste, okay? Notice how I qualified. I'm just telling you what I think, what I like. And it's like, do I keep the record? Yes. It's part of the collection. And that's what I have that I haven't. I have some more records sitting out. Oh, okay, these I'd played. Roger Simonson gave this to me a while back. Monster movie, Last Night Something Happened, on Graveface. And my initial impression of it was weak. I listened to it last night, and it's better. It's kind of a shoegaze sort of a sound, but it's hit and miss. I do like the way Graveface do things. It's one album is clear, the other is white. So after listening last night, there's some winners on here, but there's also songs where it's like this is more like filler. And I played this because it's like I saw Mono years ago, and they were okay, but it was like, man, this just never takes off. So I've had some records of theirs and gotten rid of them, and this is one I've kept. Under the Pipal tree. This is one where they really try hard to get it going. They have that soft, loud thing that they do back and forth. This is another one where it's nice vinyl, kind of worth showing. Both records are a little different. So I got into this last night. It still was not really like super compelling, but it's like, okay, yeah, this is... I bet you on a good night these guys have put on some amazing shows. When it's working, I'll bet it really works. So that's what I'll say about Mono. Okay, that's what I got to say this morning. Have a good weekend, everyone. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Okay? I'll see you.